All right. Let's bring this down a notch. Let's go here. What is going on, Vikings fans? Welcome back. Hold on, let me get the camera all sorted out. We're centered. We got Michael Myers. We got the GOAT. We got MJ. We got both GOATs. We got Sid the Kid, and we got Ovechkin. We got Justin Jefferson right here. Oh, sitting on top of MJ. Oh. I almost forgot. I need to get into full attire here, guys. Where's all my Viking stuff? Woo! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I got I got other jerseys I could put on for sure, but I got every hat on. I got my second most important chain on, outside of my cross, of course. But ooh, I told you guys. I've been telling you. If only you guys would listen. That's all good. It's hard to believe when everything is going so wrong. It's hard to ignore small sample sizes because they get the best of you. I get that. Oh, you know what? Let's change this. No, you know what? Let's change this. Let's go. We didn't make a whole bunch of changes here. We got hot take review for you guys here. Lions versus Vikings edition, guys. We got some receipts. We're going to start with Get Up and Mr. Rex Ryan here. These idiots, man. This is why you can't trust the freaking mainstream media. Hey, what's going on, man? Fang Yang says, JJ needs to publish a meditation book. I need that in my life. Brother, that book is already out. It's called the Bible, my friend. And the best guide, just the Gospels, man, just what Jesus said. That's gonna give you that aura of comfort, that aura of just relaxation and not letting the best get to you. Been one of my secrets this year because, man, it's been hard. It's been freaking hard. But you know what? When you're patient and with a marketing background like I do, and I just know not to worry until we have a full sample size yet. And we're not even totally to the point where we can give ourselves a full sample size. Mr. Purple Jesus in the chat. I got every Vikings hat on me. I got it all. I don't have every jersey on. I got an AP. I got Justin Jefferson jersey. We got some Viking. We're not gonna rock all that stuff, but we gotta celebrate today, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna be taking a look in this hot take review at some of the receipts. We're not gonna overflow this week with receipts because I got a lot of them. Let me tell you, man. I said, you guys wanna complain and cry when we commit to a young quarterback and to rebuild the right way when things don't go south or don't go the way that you expect. You know, you want a young quarterback so you can develop him until you got to develop him, and then you cry when things go wrong. And now, what does last game have to show? It shows what I've been saying from the very beginning. JJ is the only option. He has what Sam Darnold and frickin' Danny Dimes don't have. He's got the will to win. He's a winner at every level. He's got the mentality that'll help him face adversity in the playoffs. Because we know what Sam Darnold does in big games. We know what Jared Goff does in big games. We know that Danny Dimes doesn't play good in the playoffs. We know what they do. We know who they are. Their reclamation project isn't anywhere close to be done. The hardest part of Sam Darnold's reclamation project comes this year and next year when he's facing actual good teams late in the season and in the playoffs. And I've been saying, you know what, I really like Sam, so I don't want to come across like a hater because I've been saying that Sam is one of my favorite quarterbacks because I love his story. But what I am saying is that he still has to complete his reclamation project before you want to start crowning him the next greatest quarterback in this league. He has to prove it now in the postseason, in big games. Because last year, let's not forget what he did against the Lions in week 18. He fell apart. Let's not forget what he did against the Rams. He fell apart. Big games show up. His confidence is shook. He starts seeing ghosts again, and that's going to take time. And the only way you can progress from that is by playing big games and showing improvement. So I think that he's going to do better, marginally better this year. I think he'll probably win a late season game, a big game with the help of a lot of his team. He's not going to be the reason, but it's going to start that snowball effect of where he regains some of that delusional confidence that he probably had going into the league after being drafted so high, right? And so I imagine him doing okay and maybe probably losing in the divisional round against a really good team because they're going to expose him again and he's going to crumble because that's who he is right now. Next year, he might do better. And after that, that's when I expect Sam to be something. And that's why it was the right move to move on from Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. Because those guys, I don't know about you guys. Do you guys want to have a freaking humiliating loss with Sam Darnold or Danny Dimes in the playoffs? After we pay them a good amount of money? I would rather lose with our rook freaking growing to the team that we can become instead of trotting out a failed experiment 2 years in a row. Let's go, guys. All right, let's get started. Seattle is not going to be in the NFC Championship there, Mr. Purple Jesus. Let's call a spade a spade. It's the early regular season. Sam looks great in the regular season until he doesn't. So we'll see in week 16, 17, or was it week 18? Whatever the last 3 games of the season when things are on the line, when seeding is on the line. It's going to be quite embarrassing when they see Sam Darnold of old come out. So I don't think they're making it past a division game because from the division game on, they're going to face real teams without any flaws. And he's flawed. So let's get the show intro started. Let's get into this hot take review. Let's go, guys. Hot take review time. We're going to start. Let's kill the music here just so we can get a good clear. Mr. Eric Skol, brother. New Mexico in the house. Eric, Florinda, and Raquel. Purple Jesus, my friend. It's not going to happen. It is just not going to happen. The probabilities of the Colts and the Seahawks making the Super Bowl are astronomically low, regardless of what we're going to see in the regular season. The regular season doesn't matter for quarterbacks like these two. We know that they can be good when there's no pressure, when there's nothing on the line. But we see what they do when they have to actually carry a team on their back. They ain't got it, and that's basically the playoffs. Every game you're going to get punched in the mouth. Every game, you're going to face some sort of adversity, injuries, playing from behind, having your whole script thrown upside down and realizing that the game plan isn't working and have to figure it out. Those guys can't win in those situations. And they're going to need another year or two before we can even imagine them becoming good playoff quarterbacks. I don't know if they're going to be the Jared Goff of this generation, a mirror reflection of Phillip Rivers or Matt Ryan, guys with elite stats and nothing to show for it. The jury is still out on these two because they are still young and they can still turn it around. But we definitely damn know what Jared Goff is. Big play Goff. Cold-blooded. Bang, bang. Oh, man, I love that skit, man. I missed it, the Chappelle Show. Ooh. Anyways, guys, Paul, what's going on, buddy? We're here. The first receipt of many to come, because I got a lot of them. And let's start with Get Up and what they said before the game. Wait, why is it? Oh.
Are hard to beat. Vikings at the Lions today. JJ McCarthy back, missed 5 games with a high ankle sprain. He's in the house. He spoke this week, says he's feeling great.
I can't remember. Hold on a second.
How is your ankle feeling?
Amazing. Ready to go. I feel like myself again. I feel like I, have those mobility things that I was concerned about,
Here we go. Now I can hear it. Let's go, JJ. It's my guy right there. Oh. I think there's a misperception out there that the Vikings didn't attempt to keep either. Oh. Okay. Now you guys can't hear it? Oh my goodness. Hold on a sec. Let's go.
Getting a starting job in Seattle than staying in Minnesota to compete with JJ McCarthy. Daniel Jones knew he was better off, and he was right, competing with Anthony Richardson rather than JJ McCarthy. So the presence of JJ McCarthy, again, enabled both guys to leave. JJ stays, and now he's been healthy for 2 games in 2 seasons in his NFL career.
Give me a thumbs
this
up or something.
Will be his third NFL start. There's a lot of pressure. We've already seen what some of the quarterbacks in that draft class are doing. Look at Drake May. Look at Bo Nix. Look at Caleb Williams. Look at Jaden Daniels. Minnesota's waiting on J.J. McCarthy. But it is early in his career, and I think because some of these celebrated quarterbacks have left, people are expecting a lot from him.
Hey, you know what? Give it up to Mr. Schefter for giving a nice little balanced reminder of what happened here. Yes, we did make an attempt to try to sign Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones, but those 2 guys definitely saw the writing on the wall that it was JJ's team and it was only a matter of time before they were going to get benched. And neither one of them wanted to have a young man, an actual winner, having the traits that they don't have, sitting behind them knowing that it's his team. So I don't blame them for moving on. Like I was saying before the season, is it still playing? Why is it still playing?
For
They're back today. They're back
the
today.
run game has struggled. And again, for a young quarterback who hasn't had a lot of reps, and in my view, is sometimes very deliberate getting the ball out, sometimes
YouTube
slow.
Stream and,
like that's a bad recipe, right? Again, an offensive line that has struggled and no run game. And can those things be improved? And it's hard when he hasn't been out there.
Sorry.
Like, this is only his second full week of practice in 2 years, right? He had his baby in week 2. So
it's only
again,
2 games.
Still on the quarterback,
guys.
In the Sam Darnold, I can't get away.
He's only
from
played 2 games.
Players will never go up to the GM.
He's trash.
And say, "Hey man,
he's a bust.
That's our guy. Right. That's our guy."
This is why you don't dig too deep into a small sample size. And I've been telling you guys for a while.
How we react, how we interact with this quarterback, what our reactions are to this quarterback after week 17. Okay. In that locker room, I remember.
Oh, Teddy Brucey. We had one of our hot take reviews from last year go huge because this guy's a moron.
Out of my mind. When
all respect for his Super Bowl and whatnot, but this guy's a moron, a straight up
moron. The team is telling you right now, this
is
our guy.
It's telling us we threw him on the shoulders, and that means he's our guy. We should have rolled with him.
The final 2 weeks of the season happened. They struggled at Detroit. They got blown out in the playoffs. And so that is the last image that we saw. And you're right. It's hard to imagine a quarterback that could have that much respect walking out the door. But the image and what everybody was left talking about was how they didn't get it done for the division title. They didn't get it done for the division, the playoff, the opening round. And so those are the last 2 games. And then he left.
So with the last 2 games, they're like, that's all I needed to see. you're out.
There were people that said, hey,
I
you
wish
can't
we
pay
could
this guy now.
pause.
Well, did they make a mistake?
No, 100% they made a mistake. And look, one thing.
100% they made a mistake.
14 games. Are we just going to throw that out? They did
Yes,
win 14
absolutely,
games
because when you
up
don't have
until
the
that
winning
point.
gene,
and
you
guess
can't
what? A lot of
freaking win
teams
big
got beat by
games.
Detroit. So they only won
And
15
Sam
games, beat
Darnold
them twice.
and
He only
freaking
lost
Danny
one
Dimes
other
are
game
far-
in a regular
far
season.
from
So
being
this
able
is
to win
a
big games.
horrendous decision.
They're on
Say
the-
what you
as of
want.
right now, they're on the track to
we
become
offered you money.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, they offered you something they knew you wouldn't take. All right, as a parting gift heading out the door. This is what happened. They traded up twice to get to where
Look
they
at
could
these
draft JJ
morons.
McCarthy. Traded up
crap, I
twice.
lost one of my
This is their guy. And as a coach,
I wanna
Kevin
wear this one
O'Connell,
'cause this is
I've
the
sat
hat
in
that
there.
JJ was wearing
You know,
in the
sometimes
presser.
you think you're a hell of a coach, right? I've done the same mistake. All right, it ain't about coaching. Coaching's overrated. It's about players. All right,
really?
and to me, you let a hellacious player for you that won 14 games walk out the door. Let alone Daniel Jones walk out the door as well. So, yes, they made a mistake. This kid better play his butt off.
And guess what?
He better play his
back
butt
in the
off.
same spot because they need to go get
better
another
play his
Sam
butt off.
Darnold, Daniel Jones type of quarterback to come in to back up, if not compete with JJ McCarthy for the future.
Randy,
Let's go. We're going to leave it there because I think that basically highlights, and I really don't want to get my stream taken down. Let's make sure that hasn't happened just yet. Okay, good. It's still live. Woo! But anyways, Rex Ryan, so confident, so bold, so I don't even know what's the word. He's just such a hero, and he's so brave for coming out and saying all the garbage that everybody's saying because he thinks that it's just an easy conclusion to make. Hey, guess what? You, just like everybody else, messed up. You guys are dumbasses. You guys look at a small sample size and you think to yourselves, oh, what are we going to do? Oh, they're the worst team in the... You know what? We saw from the Detroit Lions yesterday what happens when the O-line continuously loses players throughout the game. Something that we've experienced for the first part of the season. Did our offense look competent? Yeah, we might have put up some points here and there, but a lot of things went south, and it stalled a lot of drives. Mind you, our defense played out of their mind as well. So, you know, big ups to those who have been saying that we need to get rid of Brian Flores or this defense isn't good. Woo! I wonder where those guys are this weekend, or right now, actually. Embarrassed? I would be freaking... Man, imagine having that horrible take. Good gravy. But now, let's see what Get Up had to say about the game this morning.
Okay, so I mean, there you go. I mean, that is quite a moment. Now, it is worth pointing out. You said,
to be clear, that was emotional. I love it, but KOC don't love him. He did the same thing to Darnold last year. We was all chanting and shaking him up and down.
Right.
Where is he at now? Seattle.
And he got a huge contract.
But I almost cried listening to him because I felt it too. But then I remembered that looks very similar.
And here's how I felt watching that game. Where's my camera? Over here.
Let's go.
Cindy, KOC, I apologize. I doubted you for a moment. I had a moment of doubt. Kevin O'Connell is the best coach in the National Football League. I've said it before. It is my dream that he someday winds up coaching the Jets. And I doubted you for a minute. I was like, Darnold, Daniel Jones, they got it all wrong. JJ McCarthy, this is a huge mistake. No, I was wrong. He was right. I apologize, KOC. He's back on track. Here come the Vikings. They've got their quarterback. They made the right call. Rex.
They did.
Absolutely.
This game
how
was won
funny
in the offseason.
That Rex Ryan does a complete 180 on the Sam Darnold freaking
own this football
Daniel
team, right?
Jones.
They score always every time they play Flores, they'd score over 30
that quickly.
points.
It just takes one game for these idiots
It
to
was
change
won in
their
the
mind.
offseason.
It
Brian
just proves
Flores
to you
with all
that
that cross
the mainstream
stuff,
media they don't do enough
running the
research.
same
They
blitz
just do
over and over.
superficial looks
And Detroit
at some box
always were so
scores and
used to
this and
them
that,
making
and they think they
adjustments
know
and responding.
what's
They
right.
didn't. And this is one of the rare times
Guys,
I think the best coach is
that's
Dan
why you need
Campbell.
to stay
And quite
locked
honestly,
into
I
this
think
channel.
this
I'm going
is
to
one
tell
of
it
the
to you
rare
raw.
games
I'm
that
going
he
to
got
give you guys
outcoached
an
here.
objective
They
look,
got
and I'm going to put some
every phase of the
positivity
game.
and some optimism
Special
in there
teams,
for you guys.
check Minnesota.
So let's not get it
huge
wrong. Let's not
returns,
get it
block
twisted.
kick, all
I've
that.
been telling you guys this was coming.
All right, defense, without
Now, I've
question,
also been telling you
their
guys
defense
that it's
outplayed
gonna be
Detroit's, and offensively,
rough here
same
and there.
thing. And so
Still
to
gonna
me,
be some
they
mistakes
won
to come,
all
so
these phases. The game wasn't
pump
as
the
close
brakes
as
on
the
the
score said it
excitement,
was.
too.
Right.
It really wasn't. Now, what I want to see the adjustments that Campbell makes in in-house. How are we going to get back to being the Detroit Lions? And by the way, we talk about it. Nick and I are watching. I go, this kid right here is the most damn explosive kid in the league. Yeah. How does he not get 10 targets?
But
two of them, Gibbs and Jameson Williams, and they disappear in this game. They ought to get 20 attempts for Gibbs every game and 10 at least for Jameson Williams. At least.
Gibbs seemed to barely be out there.
Yep.
Jameson Williams wasn't involved until that touchdown pass.
Can't wait till
and they got outplayed and outcoached the way they
did
in the opening game against the Green Bay Packers
100%.
early in the year. They need to adjust that. But I will say this, back to JJ McCarthy a second. That guy had more pressure and more questions about him going to that game than just about any player in the league yesterday. And he stepped up and delivered in a huge way.
Can I reel back the McCarthy love just a little bit?
Okay.
I thought he was very good in this game, but he has a knack, and I think you'll appreciate this, Adam. He has a knack for making loud plays. Because after when that game was over, I was like, man, that guy's awesome. Then I go back and rewatch the game. It's like, he made 3 or 4 good plays. Like right here, this is one of his good plays. There's a double team, 1 touchdown. It's a loud play. But this game was not won by JJ McCarthy. I didn't walk away from this game saying they found this quarterback. They got 3 scoring drives that started on a 36-yard line of the opponent and going in. Blocked field goal, a bunch of turnovers. Like this was everything around him made him perform.
But that's how he has always done it.
Right.
His
Let's go.
In high school and college was 63-3. He always makes the plays when it matters.
Respect.
And there were questions about him. That could not have been a tougher spot to walk into. Everybody thought Detroit was going to walk all over them.
Crush them.
Right?
That's his quarterback.
Don't
mess with Sheffield's quarterback.
My only point is if we're comparing him this weekend to Sam Darnold,
let's go, Delston.
Darnold is unbelievable.
We're watching Get Up, eat some freaking crow this morning and gloating a little bit.
Quarterback is a running game.
Yeah.
27 rush attempts, 134 yards. So that makes it easy on life of a young.
But anyways, you know what? We don't need to compare yesterday's Sam Darnold's game with JJ McCarthy's game because it doesn't matter about the stats. That first season, how many times have we seen Tom Brady not have the greatest stats but make all the right plays when it counted for them to win? Because that's what actually matters. And JJ McCarthy won the LFG whatever they want to call trophy from Tom Brady himself. And you know what? If you guys watch the actual, depending on which market you were watching from, Brady was calling it, and man, he was making a lot of praise for JJ McCarthy and all the right things that he was doing because he was making great decisions when it mattered most. Something that Sam Darnold is not yet capable of doing. Let's just be real. Especially in games. You think Sam Darnold was going to make any of these plays today against these Lions in Detroit? I love you. I love you, Purple Jesus, but I do not want to see Sam Darnold behind any one of our O-line because we know what he's going to do. These big pressure games, going to Detroit after last year getting destroyed by them in the last regular season game, you think he was going to play good today or yesterday? No, sir. Like he would have come up with a stat line like 187 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, a fumble lost, and we would have lost like 34-14 or some BS. That's what we would have got from fucking Sam Darnold yesterday because he's got that same problem that big game Goff has. He does not know how to rise. We saw it yesterday. Guess what? The first half I was like, oh, can we just turn this into a big game because big game Goff is going to show up. And in the second half, as we started putting more and more pressure on these bums, what happened? Big game Goff arrived just like usual. He couldn't handle the pressure. He made mistakes like he always does in big games. And sorry, Lions fans, this is what you signed up for. This is how dumb you guys are. You guys are this far removed from getting fleeced from the Rams, and you guys are freaking praising Jared Goff like he's something special. Unbelievable, man. Go back and watch that video I made called "Not Like Us," where I describe our team versus the Lions team, and it's coming out looking like I was pretty spot on. Like I said, they're in the midst of becoming what we always see them become, a one-hit wonder, nothing more. They don't do anything. They choke. They celebrate playoff wins like they've made it somewhere. They want to raise freaking banners for, oh, we made it. We made it to the playoffs game after 17 years. Eat a freaking fat one. Let's be freaking real. The Lions are who we thought they were. They are nothing special. They're already on their downslide. This is what happens every 15, 20 years. They put together 1 or 2 seasons like they did with Matt Stafford. The best extended period, the best peak that they've had was during the Barry Sanders years where they had a strong team for 7 years. They made it to an NFC title game, and what happened? Oh yeah, they lost. They crumbled. They freaking choked. Right? This is what they do every single time. They do good for a while, and then they fall back to a last place schedule and start picking up all these high draft picks, and eventually they have enough raw talent to do something. It's just another freaking rerun from the Lions. Their best chance of winning it was last year, and they let Jaden Daniels, a rookie, walk into their house in the playoffs and completely embarrass them. Big Game Goff showed up and looked like the choke artist that he is. He's this generation's Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan. He's nothing special. When the game is forced into his hands, he does not have what JJ has in his mind. Yes, JJ still got a lot to learn. I don't think he's going to be running with it and be the best quarterback for the rest of the season. I anticipate him having growing pains because that's what I've been saying since the preseason, since before the season started. This is going to be a roller coaster. We're going to have great wins like we had yesterday. We're going to have ugly wins. We're going to have awful, wanting to throw stuff at the TV losses like we had last week, and then we're going to have ugly losses that we're going to say, man, if only we could have completed that comeback like we did against the Steelers. And after this weekend, I'm even more convinced now of my intuition saying that every single game that we lost this year is on us. It's not on the other team. Let me repeat that. Every game we lost this year is on us. No, we didn't get beat by anybody this year. We threw all those games away. We proved that yet again. When all 3 areas of our team are playing the way they should be, everything works as intended. Oh, guess what? We had actual time of possession. Guess what happens as a result of that? Our defense gets to rest, and when they do come out there, they're a lot more able to pull off plays, and they bend instead of breaking. It's just how this team is built. It's the vision that KOC, Kwesi, whatever, Brian Flores have that you guys don't see, that I don't even know, but I can speculate. And I'm saying, guys, just like the Oakland A's, nobody believed when they freaking let go of everybody and they brought all these players in and making it seem like these guys are just tanking. When everybody freaking criticized them, they didn't have their vision. They didn't see what others saw. It was so impactful that literally after that season, the way the teams are built now heavily uses a lot of their ideas. A lot of their vision changed baseball forever. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that Brian Flores, KOC, and Kwesi have this like amazing vision that's going to completely change the NFL going forward. But you know what? What I do think is they have a goal in mind, a vision in mind that we can't see, and it frustrates you guys. But I had faith, I had patience, and I said, there's a reason why I said we're going to be better in the second half, and when we start getting some more consistency, we're going to start looking like the team that we expected to be, or the team that we look like on paper. And today was just flash, because it's not going to be an easy road the rest of the way. We're not going to go dominate every single team. I don't think that in the slightest. I think that we're going to have a lot of growing pains. We're probably going to make some mistakes that are going to cost us games, and rightfully so, because we need to go through that to learn from those mistakes so that next year, once JJ has a good sample size of playing and he develops further in the offseason, he makes a massive year 2 step. Oh, man. It's looking pretty good right now, but curb that excitement, guys. We're going to have some, it's still a roller coaster, okay? A roller coaster always goes up and it goes down before the ride ends. We're not even halfway through the roller coaster. There's still a whole bunch of loops, ups and downs, and a whole bunch of things that's going to freaking twist our stomachs sideways, left way, upside down, every which way. But you know what? I'm all for it because I believe in this team. I see the potential that we're moving towards, and I can't wait for next year. I'm not going to lie. If we can squeak into the playoffs this year, and even in a playoff loss, give JJ that experience of feeling what it's like to prepare for a playoff game, feeling what that atmosphere looks like and feels like, and then feeling what that intensity that the other team brings, I think is going to be massive for his development. So absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. Let's get caught up with the chat. Big boy, Mr. Delton, coming in on the live. Purple and gold for life. Clutch. Yes, JJ McCarthy is clutch. He's got that gene that Sam and Danny Dimes don't have. That's something that the Lions don't have. Did we see clutch from Jared Goff? We just saw a bunch of nice stats and nothing to show for it. Oh, poor big game Goff. Suck a fat one, Lions. Oh, man. Now, let's see here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Purple Jesus. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I am so bad at constantly remembering to pop this little animation for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. If you guys want to have an out-of-the-box way of thinking, optimism, some positivity, as well as still staying on the side of objective reality, you've made it to the right spot. We're going to hit that 500 subscribers mark, hopefully by the end of the calendar year. And hopefully, as the season goes on, more of my predictions start coming true because I feel like it might be the case. It might be the case. I went back, after the Chargers loss. I did question myself because that was a terrible loss. I was like, whoa, did I go forget to carry the one or something over here? I went back to my notes for this team going into the season. I watch every piece of commentary, every piece of video about training camp and everything. I even reached out to my buddy Purple Jesus here because he's in Minnesota and he went to these practices and he told me a lot of things. And it led me to the right place. But I remember circling off 3 different sections. The games up until the bye, games 7, 8, and 9, and then the rest of the season. I didn't write down, because I'm a dummy, what those circles meant, but I'm feeling now that the picture is coming more available to us, I feel like these 7 games, 7, 8, and 9 were these are the games where we start getting right, where we start making some strides and start moving towards consistency. And then the last part of the season, I circled off, because I think I was saying this is going to be the best part of the season, and where we're going to make a lot of people freaking proud, a lot of haters mad, and more importantly, giving our team the best development and setup for next year. Hey, I would love for us to have a miracle run and have everything go right and for us to make the Super Bowl and win one. Oh, I would love that. I would love to see something like that, but I live and die by the sword of probabilities, and no matter which way I freaking cut it, I cannot get the probabilities high enough for me to even be comfortable making that type of prediction. But what I can see is at the high side, 12 wins, at the low side, 9 wins. That was my prediction going into the season. We're still on pace for 12 wins, guys. We can definitely do it. We got 1 loss we can take and then win out. And if that happens, ooh, can you guys imagine the Vikings 12-5? Ooh. We got to stay healthy. We can't be taking massive injuries. The injury bug has to move away from us, and we just have to have luck in that regards. And if we do, we might have a shot at squeaking into the playoffs. Can you guys believe that? I definitely do. Oh, Mr. Mike Sports Vibes in the house. Let's go, guys. Let's caught up. Oh, let's make you. Let me hold on a sec. I can do that. Why aren't you a mod? What the heck? I'm so bad at that. Let's see here. Oh, Two-Tone in the building. I know Two-Tone has been in the building, has been freaking definitely has been add as moderator. I think that worked. Two-Toned. Let's go. Add as moderator. Let's go. Let's go. So let's get caught up with the chat here. Hopefully you guys have now what's going on here. So hopefully that one is in there. You need yeah, definitely. Sorry, man. We hopefully got that all sorted out. Let's say, oh, Delton says, look at this. Look at Delton. You know what? Delton really knows football, guys. He was on, like, every single time I've seen him say stuff, he says some really good stuff, and he joined one of our Fearless Leaders raps, Vocal Vikes lives, and he came on and he talked a lot of talk, and he put a lot of good insight in football that weekend. He's saying right now, you're not the only one. We're built for the playoffs. Man, that is so nice to hear, because I didn't think that was the way that we're building. But yeah, that's the way we're built to win. We got a quarterback that can handle any kind of pressure thrown his way, that's been conditioned after playing in Michigan, having all these offensive weapons and having a whole team to rely on, knowing what plays to make, when to make them, and always looking for the route for the win. That's what we needed. We don't need Sam Darnold to throw a bunch of freaking empty stats at the end of the season and lose it for us. We don't need Daniel Dimes to melt down in games that he should have won. Let's be real. How do you guys lose to the Steelers? Ooh. The Steelers beat them. We just definitely threw that game away. Let's be real. Let's see here. Why is that not... Hopefully you guys are coming up as mods now. I try to add Two-Toned. Where's Delt? Let me add him in here too. Where's Delt? There he is. Add as moderator. Oh, I see. Hold on a sec. It wasn't working. Here we go. Where's Two-Toned? It's not allowed. Hold on a second. Let me go up to another. Where is this or Two-Toned? Why is it not allowing me to? Hey, thank you, man. God bless you too, Mr. Mike. Let's go. I cannot get, why is it not allowing me to mod? It gives me the drop-down box, but it doesn't allow me to click add to mod. Maybe I'm going to, oh, now it does. Here we go. My guys, I'm so slow. I'm a boomer, guys. Let's be real. And I've, as you guys saw with some of the playback issues and everything, not knowing how to play in pause in StreamYard, or not StreamYard, Streamlabs, definitely ages me, definitely dates me a little bit there. But I'll figure it out. I did start this channel because it was the start of the JJ McCarthy era, and I could see the potential, you know? We're on a road. Like I've been saying, guys, I've been saying this since last year. I was like, everything that we have so many ingredients to bake the cake of a dynasty. Okay? But just because you have all the ingredients doesn't mean that you're going to put them together the right way to make an actual edible thing. We could still fall apart. We have to face adversity. We have to grow through this. And if everything works properly, as I'm hoping that we will, hey man, it might be too early to say. So I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to, next year, maybe next year, once we start maybe strong and we look, maybe I'll start throwing the future dynasty kind of remarks out there, but not yet. We still got a lot of football to go. But man, isn't it nice to see the same old Lions come out? Whoo! Man, so this is what you guys always do. You guys come out of nowhere, you have a couple good seasons, and then you fail to break through, and then you start losing people. You lost your coordinators, and you've lost basically your brain trust. What's next to follow is your overpaid roster. You're not going to be able to keep all your glue guys. You're not going to keep all the guys that are going to get offered some big contracts in the offseason this year. And you guys are going to come in as a shell of the team that you thought you were. And you're going to think, oh, we got Hutch. We got so-and-so. We got J-Mo, $80 million. We got Jared Goff. This is our year. We know we struggled the last 3 years and we choked. But this is our year. And then you start realizing when a bunch of your teams, your players start leaving in free agency or asking you for trades, that's going to be the last straw. And then guess what? The same old Lions, man. Back on a last place schedule for 10, 15, maybe 20 years this time? Ooh, big game Goff. He can win us the big one. Cold-blooded. Man, it's so funny because the thing about the Lions is that, yeah, if you want to beat them in the regular, there's ways to beat them that way, but you don't have to do anything, okay? You just have to let them sit back and make all the mistakes because they're a trash organization that doesn't know how to build a team. This is what they do every single time they get good. R.I.P. Catch, because he's the one that put me on this take. And I'm going to honor his memory by constantly bringing this up. It don't frickin' matter. It's just a matter of time before you're on a last place schedule. You know, at first I thought he was just trolling, and then I went and did the research, and I was like, oh, man, 34 years before they actually got the Barry Sanders era? 14, 11, or 12, maybe 12 years before the Matt Stera, 2 playoff games, and you guys thought you guys were going to the Super Bowl then? And then the damn you know what? I will say, you know what? Before I keep trolling, Dan Campbell definitely earned some of my respect today. Because in the post game, I saw him say that you know what? When a team doesn't show up on offense, defense, and special teams, it's on me. And he took full responsibility, and he talked like a good head coach. So he earned a little bit of respect from me. But you know what? When you board a sinking ship and you don't even realize, no, it's not even a sinking ship. When you board the Titanic and you think, oh, this is the unsinkable. This is what's gonna happen, bro. You guys, okay, it starts with the ownership. It starts with the front office. That's where their problem lies. They don't know how to build a team. They don't know how to react in big situations. They go and they just paid Aiden Hutchinson so much money. How are you guys gonna keep your glue guys? How are you guys gonna keep the guys that are freaking that make actual things happen? The guys that don't get any credit. And because they don't get any credit, they're going to be the first ones to leave when other teams offer them decent paychecks. Oh, man. It's so sad to see. It's so sad to see. Oh, man. Let's celebrate, boys. Let's get all the Vikings gear back on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the hats on. Let's go. We're doing it. We're doing it. We got them out. I'd throw all my jerseys on right now if I could. Let's just, you know what? I got them here because I like to switch them up. Got my Adrian Peterson jersey. I got my Justin Jefferson jersey. Oh, man. Oh, I just love laughing at these Lions, man. They just don't know. They just don't know, man. They're so dumb. They don't even know. They're still calling. they're still calling Jared Goff the guy that can bring him to a Super Bowl and win him a Super Bowl. Bro, I've been saying this for weeks. I'm like, bro, we live in the freaking sports psychology era. Do you not think that the Rams spent tons of money on, they probably brought in hypnotists, they probably brought in witch doctors, they probably brought every single person they could to help fix Jared Goff's mental hurdles that he struggles with in the playoffs. And guess what? When they lost in the Super Bowl, right? Or was it the championship game? Either way, when they lost with him, they knew right then and there that all that money that they spent isn't going to fix this guy's mental. And they said, what can we do? What can we do? It reminds me, it was probably like that freaking scene in Draft Day when they were all looking around in the room going, we can win right now. We just have a trash quarterback. Who can we fleece? Who can we fleece? Who can we fleece? But instead of the Browns, they go, oh, Detroit! The first team to give up a number one quarterback and give up draft compensation and a backup quarterback to get Matt Stafford off them. And they don't even, it's this how many years later, and they don't realize that the Rams fleeced them. You can't fix stupid, guys. It's just so hilarious. Oh, man. And you know what? I have a little bit of pity for these Lions fans because they're just, I get it, you know? When you spend decades and decades in just being irrelevant on a last place schedule, just losing after game after season, just everything can't go right. When something does go right, you know, they get drunk on that, you know, because it happens so far and few in between. So at the same time, I do feel bad for the Lions fans a little bit because you know what, we're all God's children at the end of the day, and I do want the best for them, and I do love them regardless. I just want them to find Jesus and pick a better team because that team ain't it. That team ain't it. Are you kidding me? My gosh, unbelievable. But anyways. How pathetic is that? Unbelievable. That's right. There you go. Left Purple Jesus correcting me. Man, I've been losing a little bit of the chat here because I've been having too much fun laughing at these idiots. Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun in today's live later on today, guys. We're going to be trolling a lot more and poking fun at these Lions fans and really going over what I saw this game. We're not going to go into that now because that's for later's live. I just have a little bit of time before this morning, before things get kicking off for me today. So I thought it would be a good start to the day, especially once I saw this Get Up clip this morning of them basically doing a complete 180. Man, you were so confident, Rex Ryan, saying that the Vikings made a mistake in moving from Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. After Daniel Jones kind of reminded people that in big games and big situations, he ain't nothing. Now, I don't want him to do bad. I just want him to kind of prove the haters wrong. I think he's going to be I think he's in good shape, though. I think he's got a new perspective ever since he joined our quarterback room. That perspective switch and that mindset switch has definitely proven to help him. And now he's on the road to recovery. You know, maybe this year, next year, the year after that, probably the year after that, and he'll be fixed. And then maybe they'll have something going for him, or maybe whatever team decides to go with him forward will have. But man, ooh-wee. But guys, don't let my bragging or my trolling of the Lions get you guys too hyped for our Vikings fans, because let's be real, guys. We still have a rookie quarterback. He's still going to make mistakes. He made mistakes in yesterday's game. It just didn't cost his games, okay? Like I've been saying, we're gonna have growing pains. It's still not gonna be. It's still a roller coaster ride, okay? And before you know it, the end of the season is gonna show up, and we're gonna be happy more so than sad for what happened, or upset or frustrated. We're gonna be very optimistic going forward. Big shout out to Rap number 9 is him. He is. He's when you have that ability. Did you guys hear that post-game freaking that post-game interview that Jettas had? When he was talking about, man, when he's in the huddle and the way that he talks and the way that he says just kind of lights something inside them up, man. That kid's a winner. That kid's a leader. Those are things that quiet Sam Darnold, under pressure Sam Darnold just doesn't have. Daniel Jones just doesn't have. And we got it. He just has to develop. And before you know it, he's going to be freaking pretty darn good in purple. Like I had a conversation with Mr. Mike Sports Vibes, and I was talking to him, about, he wanted to know what my opinion was on JJ McCarthy. And I said, Mike, remember, this man, what he did from the high school level to the college level is more than just the numbers that he put up, more than just the 63-3 or whatever it was. Okay? The first thing that made me realize that this man is a winner is that when COVID hit, when all the other kids finally decided, I get a break from freaking chasing my dream. What did this man do? He decided, hey, you know what? Even though I've got a winning team here and we can probably win a couple more here, I'm going to go and join the hardest division in high school football. And he went to go quarterback for IMG against 5-star recruits, 4-star recruits, the best players in the league. What did he do there? Not only did he show that he can make every single throw in the book, which is important, he won. He won against some of the best talent in high school football. And you know what? Maybe that's not enough for you guys. Let's go see what he did in Michigan. You know, young guys like to have a lot of bravado, a lot of freaking, I want the offense to run through me. I am the star quarterback. The game needs to go through my hand. I can make every single play. But guess what? When you're a natural born winner and you're able to see the big picture like he can, he makes the right decisions. He decided, hey, you know what? We have a heck of a running game. We have a heck of a defense. How about we just win whatever way we need to do? And if that's going to be running the ball a bunch of times, it's going to be running the ball a bunch of times. And when my number gets called, I know I can make every freaking throw in the book. So we're going to keep plays going. We're going to score when we need to, and we're going to win games. That is the mindset of a guy that can take what the league is going to be and actually run with it and become something special. Like I've been saying, JJ McCarthy has the highest ceiling out of all the quarterbacks that we've had over last year and this year. He may not have, his floor was definitely not higher than any of them because he hadn't played anything, right? And now he's playing games and he's slowly elevating that floor. And it's going to be pretty soon where that floor is going to be high enough for where you guys are going to be like, oh my goodness, we have something special. We have a freaking winner, a guy that doesn't give up, a guy that says in the thick of it, when they're losing, when everybody would be losing focus and getting outside of their minds, he says, hey guys, where else would you rather be? We know all the reports that have come out since from Aaron Jones, from I forget the guard, from JJ. What they said immediately in that moment, it was like their whole mood changed. Sam Darnold never did that. Daniel Jones has never done that. And that's why we kept JJ. And that's why we did not make a mistake in letting him go. Okay, let's get caught up here in the chat. What is going on, everybody? I'm trying not to. Oh, man, I'm trying not to fumble everything. Let's see here. Man, I really appreciate you guys all tuning in with me in this troll fest that this hot take review has come. For you guys that were late, we kind of looked at the pregame the get up take on what was going to happen before this game, and then the after, where they're eating crow this morning. And Shefty was dropping some dimes on them fools. Ooh. Two-toned. If you don't know, now you know, guys. JJ McCarthy is a born winner. He's got all the potential. We just got to let this guy grow. Be happy that we have a guy that has the mindset to actually become something that we can win with. Ooh, guys. It is incredible. Let's get it. Let's see here. Any questions? Dex, are the Vikings buyers or sellers at the trade line? And elaborate. First time seeing this channel. I've been saying that I don't think the Vikings are going to be buyers or sellers. I think it was ridiculous that a lot of credence has been said towards getting rid of TJ Hawkinson or having to get rid of any player. Because what I said was, like, the team that we built this year was the team that we were supposed to do that gave us the best chance of winning. You know, a lot of people, TJ Hawkinson has done nothing. Guess what? TJ Hawkinson, whether you guys want to believe it or not, has done so much for this team that you guys don't even realize it. He was basically on blocking duty for the first 6 games. Did you guys see? You guys didn't even notice that he went one-on-one against TJ Watt, one of the best pass rushers in the league, and shut him down. Did not allow a single pressure from a tight end. Oh, he hasn't been productive. He's been productive in the run, in the O-line. If it wasn't for him doing what he did, we'd be 0-6. Let's be real, guys. And guess what happened? Now we have a more competent O-line, a healthier O-line that actually stood up the entire game. We didn't take any bad injuries or nothing like that. And TJ Hawkinson got to go back and do what he does best. Catch footballs and catch touchdown passes. Did you guys see? He didn't complete the route that he ran in the end zone there. He stopped and realized what was going on and got himself into the open space to give JJ McCarthy that open look for that touchdown. You guys want to trade that? I don't know. In my opinion, the Vikings, we might, I don't know if we're gonna bite on some of this, we need to trade for something or this and that. I think that after this game, that confidence has gone through the roof on our team, and that after we get healthier, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, this is the team that we were supposed to see. Yeah, we probably don't need to. So I think that we've weathered the storm, and I don't think we're going to be buying or selling. I think that we're going to stand pat, and we're going to finish out the season as intended. And I don't think it's a good idea as well, because if we have to make some trades, we're going to have to give up some draft capital. And I don't know about you, but we need to get as much draft capital as possible so that Kwesi can start drafting more and getting a better hang of this. Maybe we got to reassess our scouts or whatever it is. But if he ain't drafting people, he ain't learning from his mistakes. And we need all the draft capital, so I don't want to see them move on from anyone. Maybe if we get a free, like a signing someone that that's on a practice squad or something, or bringing guys that isn't going to cost us anything, I'm down for that sort of stuff, because depth is great. But man, it's looking pretty good right now. And let's see here. Any other questions? Maybe trade Ivan Pace, though I would rather keep him. John Lee, I agree with you, because you know what? As much as I like Eric Wilson, I was saying, coming out of the bye, I was like, man, now that everybody's healthier and Blake Cashman is back, I want to see Eric Wilson and Blake Cashman out there, because Wilson is a playmaker. But the thing with Ivan Pace Jr. is that when he's out there with Hitman, with Cashman, with all the leaders, with Van Ginkel, all the leaders that have the vision and the insight and the brain power, that guy's like a heat-seeking mission. They tell him, stand right here. They let him do whatever that he wants to do. And Blake Cashman is a hell of an eraser. Because if he misses, Blake Cashman is right there to pick up that gap or that situation that would occur if he doesn't land. But when he does, That guy could be something special. He plays at a really high level when he doesn't have to think and he can just play instinctually. And when he's got leaders on that defense telling him what to do, this guy can be something special too. So bringing him in at the right times and having all our leaders out there to make sure things happen, man, he can still let's wait and see. Let's wait and see with what we have at the end of the season. And then let's assess, when we have a full sample size, if he really is needed. Maybe that's somebody that we can use as trade bait to steal some draft capital. Because when he looks great, I'm sure a lot of teams are going to want to be like, hey, we need some guy on the inside or some guy for our linebacker crew that can kind of bring a spark when needed. And they're going to be willing to ignore the downsides, right? So, hey, maybe we can get something from him, but let's wait till after the postseason. Let's run with the team that we built for this season. Let's see what they can do. Because after today, I think we're going to do something pretty special here. I think we're going to be doing. I think we're going to get in the playoffs. I don't know if we're going to win, but I feel like probability's sake that we lose. But JJ's going to get that much needed experience and what it's like to play in that kind of atmosphere. And you know what? Maybe the young buck. Maybe he freaking just carries us in those situations because that's what he's built for. And maybe a miraculous playoff lead or run with him leading the way, making all the right decisions and being the difference is what he needs to become the franchise quarterback and maybe even top level quarterback in this league. So I'm not opposed for any of that. I would love, best case scenario, I would love that to happen because that accelerates our timeline to becoming a Super Bowl caliber contending team. So, we gotta keep moving forward. We have a great team. Just because we haven't been able to execute, just because injuries have put a huge rent in this team, doesn't mean that we don't have the potential to finish off the season strong, and remind people why you guys were so excited going into this season, why you guys set so high expectations. I keep it objective, so I didn't have the highest expectations. I try to keep my expectations as real as possible, which is why I didn't say, oh, we're winning 15 games because we got a better quarterback than Sam now. No, I said, well, we're going to take a step back here. There's going to be a lot of growing pains. Let's say on the high side, we maybe got 12 wins. On the low side, 9, maybe 8. And I think we're on pace to prove that right. And if we get that 12 wins and we sneak in there and we get a nice little playoff run, you guys are going to be so happy. And I'm going to be so happy to be wrong about that. You guys know I live and die by the sort of probabilities. I know my calculations aren't what you're going to see on ESPN or First Take or First Things First because I look at things differently. I have an outside of the box way of thinking, guys. That's what allows me to make the predictions like I make. Hopefully trying to be as close to reality as possible. I have the same approach that I try to make with my power rankings and my weekly picks. Sometimes, this season's been terrible for weekly picks, so let's not talk about that. But you know what, guys? I've definitely ranted and raved for too long. It's already been an hour. It was supposed to be a quick one here. I got only 20 minutes before I got to get ready for my next client. So I really want to thank every single one of you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We are going to be going live every single day, roughly at 4 p.m. That's when my schedule aligns and work is able to let me to go on live, giving you guys some optimism, some outside of the box thinking, and objective analysis. So you guys can have a different perspective than all the things that you guys hear on the mainstream media, because you definitely know if you guys were watching Colin Cowherd over the last couple of weeks, he's been saying stupid things like Jared Goff is a future Hall of Famer, JJ McCarthy was a bad move, they should have kept Sam, and oh man, I can't wait to see him today, what he's got to say after looking like a complete moron. Oh man, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I'll be going live. And there's going to be a little bit more because I got a whole bunch of receipts that I want to be pumping out over the next few weeks as things happen, as I foresee them happening, guys. So keep your head up, guys. Enjoy your victory Monday. Skol Vikings. Have a great one, guys. Take care.